Today I'm going to show you how to make a little bear in Gravit Designer. Let's start with a rounded rectangle for the head. About like that. Let's move the corners to the right corner slider to make it round, and let's choose a nice brown bear color. I find some good browns under the orange swatch. There's a nice bear color. Maybe a little lighter. How's that? Okay. Now we need another rounded rectangle, so I'm just going to alt drag this one off and resize it to be smaller, holding shift, and let's turn it to the right and change its color to something more yellowish. Not exactly that. Let's see here. That's good. Something like that I was looking for. Slide it on top of the face, right to the middle. And okay, let's make another rounded rectangle for the nose, a very small one, like that. Make sure we round the corners as far as they will go, and let's fill that with black. Put it here. And now let's make some eyes with perfectly round ellipses, which you get by holding the shift key while you drag them out. Not very big. Let's zoom in so we can see that. Okay, so that's for the eye. And we'll alt drag that over here. And drag this one over here. Okay. Now for the bear's mouth. I use the pen tool for that. There's different ways that you could do it, but I just made a click. Click and drag. And click. Hit return to let go. And I'm going to change that border to 5 pixels and hit return. And I'm going to give it a fill of pink because that makes it look like his tongue is sticking out. Okay, let's see. Let's drag a box around that whole thing and move it, whoops, with the regular pointer tool, move it down to his mouth. I might want to make that a little bigger. So I'm going to hold shift and drag it out and just try and center it. There's the bear's mouth. Now for ears, we create ellipses about that big, and they are going to be filled with the same color as his nose. So if you click right on this eyedropper here, you can select a color that's already on your canvas by hovering over it and clicking. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to open our borders and give it about a 6 pixel border, but not black. Let's make it a nice dark brown color. Here again, you can click the eyedropper and choose this brown. Okay, I might want to make it a little darker, so I'm going to click up there. I might want to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to change this to 10. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to hold down Alt and drag one ear here and drag the other ear here. I'm going to draw a box that touches them both, and I'm going to group them, and then I'm going to take that group and drag it down to the bottom so they go behind his head. Okay, there's Mr. Bear's head. Next, we want to make some arms, which are going to be, again, rounded rectangles. Rounded rectangles are up here. Just choose rectangle and draw one out like this. Make your corners all the way to the right and fill it with a nice brown bear color. And let's rotate that like this, and then Command C for copy, Command V for paste. And then we're going to take the top one and rotate it again and move it down and change its color. I think I want it all the way horizontal. Let's change its color to just be a little bit lighter so that we can see the difference. Okay, goes like that. A little farther over. Okay, I'm going to drag a box around these two to group them. Up here, group items. Click on that. And then we're going to, again, copy and paste. Command C, Command V. And then we're going to flip horizontal so that we have another copy we can drag off for this side, and a copy we can put on the other side. I should try and line those up. Okay, now let's make some big teddy bear feet. Again with a rounded rectangle. And we drag the corners all the way over to the right. And we want to choose a bear color. Click the eyedropper and let's go back to that color. And let's put a border on that foot. Let's try the black. It might be fine. And we'll make that about 10 pixels again. Kind of like the ears. I think even more, like 15. Yeah, okay. All right, I want the feet to be at an angle, so I'm going to rotate them. Rotate this one to the left. I'm going to do a Command C for copy, Command V for paste, and then flip horizontal again with this button right up here, flip horizontal. Okay, so we've got our 2 feet. Let's put them here and here. This one needs to be brought to the front. Okay. Okay, just a few more things before we're done. I want to actually make another rounded rectangle in a brown bear color for his leg. Rounded corners and choose a brown bear color. Whoop. Eyedropper, choose that brown. And I need to rotate this with the button, rotate right. I'm going to drag off a copy, Alt drag to right about here. Okay, let's drag another copy over here. Okay, let's just drag a rectangle around these. Oops, if I can not get the feet as well. Now that's too hard to get that without the feet. So let's just move these two rectangles that are the legs. If you can find them by clicking on it and seeing which one is grayed out here. Okay, so we want to drag that behind. Nope, even farther behind. There. I'm going to drag this one the same way. There. Good. Now for his body, I just make a square. Just going to make it right here so it gets to be the right size. Okay, and fill that with a dark bear color. Like that. And it's this rectangle, so I'm going to drag it behind everything. And that is your bear. Drag a selection rectangle around the whole thing and group the whole thing with the group button. Then you can resize it by holding Shift. You can make it smaller and you can move it all together as one bear. And that's all for this video.